To achieve their desired goals, resourceful recreation departments are turning to partnerships to meet the needs of their community. The successful model demonstrated in PlayCore's School Park Partnerships Guidebook has spurred even more interest in the topic as departments ask, how do we utilize the partnership model to achieve our goals? And what are best practices for identifying like-minded groups, forming the partnership, and sharing the resources that we need to be successful? To help answer the questions, 10 leading park and recreation departments and representatives from across the U.S. joined PlayCore, along with JODIE Adams and Dr. Peggy Riggs of Brio 2 Solutions in Chattanooga for the world's first Partnerships Best Practice Roundtable. During the two-day exchange of ideas, these leaders shared the steps and successes they used to develop, execute, and grow meaningful partnerships that help build their communities through play and recreation.
A new 11-field complex.
Yeah.
Everybody wants it. And so we had to come up with an allocation process. We put down maximum amount of play per age group per organization. So you can't have an 8-year-old playing 5 nights a week because we can only allocate fields based on that matrix. And so I'm just confirming with this group when the pushback and the firing starts. This is why I was at a national roundtable. We talked about it. This is exactly what everybody's doing.
With our Gainesville Police Department, a group of interested citizens and the state attorney's office approached our department to get these kids involved in some positive summer activity, teenagers primarily. So it was really well done, and it laid a good foundation. The neat thing too is that we have documented a reduction in juvenile crime each summer for the last 3 summers, and this will be our 4th.
Using national survey results concerning partnerships conducted with members of the American Academy of Park and Recreation Administration, along with reference literature and an open exchange of ideas, roundtable members utilized discussions, idea exchanges, and in-depth interviews to document and replicate a variety of best practice partnership models and case studies that identify how successful partnerships were implemented.
I knew that we were going to be talking about the results of the survey. I had no idea that what came out of this day-and-a-half process, the intensity of discussion, as well as the extensive detail that came out of this process is going to lead us to hopefully a guide for those, not just in Parks and Recreation, but anyone who's partnering on how they really, as I called it, the nuts and bolts of how to create and maintain and sustain successful partnerships.
Additional survey results from urban park leaders and peers of roundtable participants further serve to identify trends and commonalities of successful partnerships. It documented case studies, highlighted partnerships that utilize the best practices identified to create new programs, facilities, and recreation opportunities that enrich the communities served.
The value is invaluable, right? To do that, to build that buy-in and build that community, because they live there, they walk in. I'm actually looking at the concept of doing an adoptive park program where I get my neighborhood associations to adopt a park within their area. Have your neighborhood meetings there, have whatever you want to have there to get more of that activity and get that buy-in.
Partnership is really when the 2 or more organizations are intertwined in the operation, the success, and the finances of each other. So I've been very much more defined in how I viewed partnerships.
The resulting guidebook, Unified We Play, Partnership Best Practices for Community Recreation, outlines 8 key facets of partnerships that were identified by the roundtable participants as being critical components of partnerships with meaningful outcomes. Unified We Play documents the results and records them along with supporting case studies in a resource that will help other communities to approach and develop meaningful partnerships, build social capital, and enrich recreation programming and facilities for their members. Unified We Play is also included as an educational course in PlayCore's Center for Professional Development, allowing interested professionals the opportunity to earn CEU credits while learning how to build successful partnerships in their community.
The input here is so important. We have brought together as a collaboration the best of the best in partnership development and execution. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the best input to create a document and a book
that will help our country.
In today's world, we have got to reach out to others and work together to be able to provide the best quality services we can provide in a cost-efficient manner.
Partnerships need to be systemic. They need to be part of what you do. In order to accomplish your goals, you can't think that you're going to do everything all by yourself.
Partnerships are about doing more with more people, and more organizations.
In Parks and Recreation, we are there to serve our whole entire community. And there are segments of our community that are going to have valid goals that coincide with ours. They're going to have missions that coincide with ours. There's no reason why we should think that we have to be by ourselves.
I'm excited about taking some of this information back to my organization and community, because we are constantly working on partnerships, and we're continuing to plan to expand our partnerships, and this is going to be just another tool and resource that we'll be able to tap into.
In my opinion, it's something that is ready to deliver to staff and to help them to move forward and start forming their own partnerships or strengthening the one they have.
Being invited here as a contributor to give some insight into this, I'm coming away having learned more. And I guess in a way it shows that no matter how long you've been in the business or how much you do, how many partnerships you have, there's always room to learn something more.
This truly is going to be a compilation, and it will be a critical tool for people across the United States to use in developing partnerships.
To receive a complimentary copy of Unified We Play, or to learn more about PlayCorps Education Center opportunities, log on to www.playcorps.com/partnerships.